Yo, I am back with another video. This is what if Bakugou had the Venom symbiote? Part 1. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go! Bakugou's parents would be, so it would be Mitsuki and then the other guy that I randomly don't know. So third son, Bakugou would tell Izuku, he would say, "Hey, Zaku, I dare you to go down there." By the way, there's like a meteor site, like a alien thing in there. Bakugou, they don't really know, but they're just little kids. I'm gonna say they're 5 years old. Bakugou was just with his friends bullying Izuku because Izuku is quirkless. Bakugou would say, "Hey, Izuku, Zaku, go down there." Izuku would just be hesitant as he would just start to cry. As he would say, "Kacchan, I don't know what's in there. It could be something dangerous, like an alien or something like that, or a zombie." Izuku was just scared. Bakugou would say, "Move," as he would push Izuku down to the ground. He would say, "I'll do it." As Bakugou would open up this weird thing, alien spaceship, as he would touch this black sludge, as he would say, "Where the heck did it go?" As he would the venom symbiote would cling onto Bakugou's arm, but all of a sudden it would just go in his book bag. Bakugou would not notice that, as Bakugou would just say, he would look back at his friends. He would say, I don't know what the heck that it was. It was weird." As he would they would just go back to I'm gonna say like they was at like recess, so they just went back to lunch. The school would end. Bakugou would just say goodbye to his friends, as he would just walk home. As he would say, he would just be thinking in his mind, as he would just keep thinking like, what was that tube, that pod? What was that? It must be that damn nerd probably playing some tricks on me. By the way, Bakugou did not say that word. He would just say something else, because he's 5 years old, by the way. Bakugou would walk into his house, as he would say, hi mom, as Misaki would say, "Hi, Bakugou." As he would just walk into his room, as he would just be looking at his computer, watching like the newest All Might battle, as he would just be happy, as he would say, "Oh man, All Might's so awesome. I wonder, he's mad, he's like super invincible." Yeah, as he would just try to copy All Might, punching in the air, trying to be like All Might. The Venom symbiote would latch onto Bakugou, as Bakugou would just look down at his legs, as he would say, "What the heck is this?" As he would be consumed by the Venom symbiote. He would, by the way, I'm gonna say, Venom is able to go inside Bakugou's mind. The Venom symbiote would say, "Hey kid," as Bakugou would say, "Who the heck are you?" As the Venom symbiote, "I'm your friend, I'm a symbiote, if you don't know." As Bakugou would say, "What the heck is a symbiote?" Venom would tell Bakugou about everything, about how he was bullied, and now he could just be something else in this new but strange world. Bakugou would say, "Oh, that's pretty cool." As Bakugou would just realize something, he can't be a bully. Venom would say, "Kid, I see that you're a bully. Sounds pretty bad. That's pretty harsh. So you was like the people like that bullied me." And Bakugou's like, no, that you're talking about that quirkless nerd. Him, he's just a weakling. He doesn't really deserve anything." As Venom would say, "Kid, so you're basically much talking about me, if you think about it." As Venom would just explain how Izuku and Venom are the same. As Bakugou would say, "If you're putting it like that, it makes me feel bad." As Venom would say, kid, so what if you got bullied, huh? What if you felt the pain that he felt having burn marks?" I'm gonna say the Venom symbiote can see through Bakugou's mind, like all through his like all through his thoughts and all, like all through his head, So yeah. Venom would lay all of this information on Bakugou, and Bakugou would say, "You're right, I shouldn't bully that quirkless nerd. I should be friends." As Venom would say, "Yes, kid, yes, you're right. And with the power of me and you, we could be unstoppable. We could protect that Izuku kid." As Bakugou would say, "Yeah, we could do that. We could be great heroes." As he would yell out. As Venom would say, "Calm down, kid, calm down." As he would bond with Bakugou, as Bakugou would say, "Oh yeah." We time skip when Bakugo was 14. He would walk in class. I'm gonna say in this canon, Bakugo would try to be friends with Izuku, but Izuku would just go in a different way. As in canon, Izuku would hate Bakugo because all that bullying, all them scars. He actually thinks that he can apologize to him. Really? That's Izuku's mindset. Like, why would he be friends with a bully? It just doesn't make sense in Izuku's head. Bakugo would walk in class. He would just say hi to Izuku. Bakugo would realize Izuku just doesn't care, as he would just give him the cold shoulder looking to the teacher, as the teacher would say, "Alright everybody, alright. So, I know you all want to get in UA." As Izuku would just write down his notebooks, as he would say, "Beat Bakugo, become #1 hero, and have a good life." Izuku would just be writing down his notebook, as Bakugo would say, "Well, teach, you know that I'm gonna get in UA," as he would point at himself, as Venom would say, "What a cocky prick." By the way, Bakugo's gonna have some arrogance, not like all of it, but you know what I mean, some of it, as Bakugo would, I don't want Bakugo to just be like Deku, you know what I mean, as Bakugo would just point at himself, as the teacher would say, "Wow, you have a good spirit, kid," as Bakugo would say, "Yeah, of course I do," as Bakugo would just stand up, as Bakugo would just sit down, as the teacher would say, "Alright, so, Izuku, you want to get in UA?" As some of the kids would laugh. Those aren't Bakugo's friends, because Bakugo doesn't really want to be associated with them because they're bullies, obviously. Some of the students would laugh at Izuku's silly comment that he's actually going to get in UA, as Bakugo would say, "Hey you, leave that kid alone, okay? He's just going through a lot of stuff, okay? When we was kids, okay?" As everybody would just just not talk, as Bakugo would just sit up, as he would just sit down, as the teacher would say, "Calm down, Bakugo, calm down," as Bakugo would say, "Anyway, teacher, I'm gonna get in UA too," as Izuku would just give Bakugo a death stare, as Bakugo would look at him, as he would say, "Izuku, what are you looking at?" As Izuku would just look down at his notebook, as he would say, "I'm not doing anything, okay? I'm just writing my notebook." As Bakugo would say, "Okay." The day would end. Bakugo would just walk off, as he would just look back, as he would just look at the people bullying Izuku, shoving him to the ground, as the kids would say, "You actually think that you're gonna get into UA? You're lucky. If Bakugo was a bully, he would probably beat your ass," as one of the students said, as Izuku would just say, "Hey, leave me alone," as one of the students would kick Izuku in the back, making him fall to the ground even more, as he would just wallow in shame. Bakugo would yell at them, as he would say, "Hey you, leave the kid alone," as he would crackle some explosions, as Venom would say, "You ready, kid?" As Bakugo would say, "Hell yeah," as he would punch his students, beating the crap out of them, throwing some explosions, some tiny explosions, because if Bakugo went all out, yeah, the school would probably be burned. But yeah, Bakugo would just beat them all to crap, as he would lift up Izuku. Izuku would say, "I didn't need your help. I could have beat him." As Bakugo would say, "I know you're strong, Izuku, but still, you needed at least some help." As Izuku would say, "I don't need your help, damn it," as he would walk off. As Bakugo would just think in his head, he would say, "Venom, that damn nerd. Izuku is just so stubborn all the time. Why is he so stubborn?" As Venom would just say, "Kid, because you bullied him. Bullying still has an effect on kids, okay? On that kid, okay?" As Venom would say. Bakugo would just scoff, as he would say, "You're right. I wish me and him could be friends, at least. We both have, some things in common, but still, we're totally different kids, Venom would agree with Bakugo, as they would just walk. As Bakugo would just say, "Alright, I'm about to take the shortcut, As Venom would say, "Alright," as he would hear this sound, the sludge would say, "Give it over here, kid," as he would break the man hold, you know what I mean? As he would run at Bakugo, as Bakugo would say, "Get the hell away from me," as he would throw an explosion at the sludge zone, as the sludge zone would just fall back, as he would say, "Kid, stop, please. I just need your body. As Baku would say, you're not doing a damn thing. As he would fall back, as he would run to the school, you know what I mean? Like run near the school. As he would be right behind the school. As he would look back, as he would say, what the hell is that? We have to fight him, okay? As Venom would say, we have a plan. As Baku would say, well, I can tell he's scared of my explosion, so that we could just keep him at bay at least. As Baku would just, as he would just say, that's a pretty cool plan, right, Venom? As Venom would say, yeah, partner. Baku would send an explosion at the sludge one, as the sludge one's eye would just be hurt. As Baku would say, how do you like that, huh? You want my body now? As he would throw another explosion, making the sludge one just be like in a circle. As Baku would just, so the sludge one is like, so it's like the sludge one is like in like a circle, so he can't just move, you know what I mean? So there's a bunch of like explosions around him, okay? That's what I mean, okay, guys? As Baku would say, you like that? You like that? As he would just laugh at the sludge one in his stupidness, like he actually wants to go against Baku. As Venom would say, wow, you're super cocky. As Baku would say, nah, I'm just happy to defeat my first villain. As Baku would just say that. As Sergeant would say, kid, you're annoying me. Stop. I'm dying. As he would just, by the way, the Sergeant was just faking it. As Baku would say, you're not dying. As he would come closer. As All Might would say, Detroit Smash. As Baku would kind of get blown away, but the Venom would use his tentacles, lifting, putting like, you know what I mean? Like, putting him to like the ground, you know what I mean? Yeah. As All Might would say, thank you, kid, you had a good plan. As he would fist bump Baku, as Baku would say, thank you, sir, thank you, All Might. As All Might would say, yep. As he would say, do you mind if you help me? As Baku would say, yes, sir. As he would help All Might with sludge gun. As All Might would say, thank you, kid, thank you. As he would jump off. As Baku would just be happy, as he would say, my idol, I recognized for like when I was 5 years old, and then 6 years old, and then 7 years old. He was like my favorite. As Venom would just say, wow, kid, you're like a huge fan. As Baku would just be talking about All Might, how it's like super great and all. We cut back to Izuku. Izuku's in like one of them places, like, you know what I mean? He's just walking, as he would just say, he would kick a bottle, as he would say, what the heck is that? As he would just realize, is that a villain? As he would walk back, as the sergeant would just get out the bottle, grabbing Izuku's waist, as he would say, kid, you're coming here. As he would say, leave me alone. As the sergeant would say, give me your body, kid. As Izuku would just be captured in the sergeant. As Baku would just hear these noises of yelling out. Baku would realize that that's Izuku. As Baku would just say, are you ready? As he would turn into the symbiote. Baku, I'm thinking like, if you guys have like the same picture as me, so I'm like thinking like it's gonna be like Baku, you know, with like the thing as you can see on the thumbnail. You're like having the symbiote, so it's like that. As Baku would say, let's defeat him. As he would have one of his hands turn into like a, just see what I mean, like a like one of them sharp things, like it's like a ball and then has like a bunch of nails on it, you know what I mean, a sharp thing. As Baku would use his other hand, sending it back, as he would just go up in the air, as he would just look down at Izuku, as he would say, die! As he would use his hand that has like a sharp weapon at it, as he would hit the soldier in the eye. As he would grab Izuku, as he would say, get over here. As he would throw him back, as he would say, AP shot! As he would throw an AP shot at the surgeon. The surgeon would be base much dead, you know what I mean, dead. As All Might would say, kid, thank you, how can I repay you? As Izuku would say, thank you, All Might. Izuku would say, as All Might would say, you showed very good bravery out there, kid. As Baku would say, hey, All Might, do you mind since I helped you like 2 times? As Baku just smiles, would say, as he would chuckle, as All Might would say, "What is your favorite, kid?" As Baku would say, "Do you mind if you give my friend at least some training at least, because he's quirkless and he wants to join UA?" As All Might would say, "I mean, he does look fit. He looks like he has been training." As Baku would say, "Yeah, he was training." As Izuku just he can't really fathom the words that All Might is just talking about him. He's thinking like, this is awesome. This is crazy. As Izuku would say, "So what's gonna happen now?" As All Might would say, "Kid." He would so the same thing goes canon with Izuku getting the quirk, as he would say, "Kid, I think you are destined to have my quirk." As Zuko would say, he would start to cry, as he would say, "All Might, thank you," as he would hug All Might, crying. As All Might say, "Okay, can you get off me?" As Zuko would say, "Thank you, All Might, thank you." As Baku would just realize like he did something good for Zuko. I hope Zuko can repay him back. As Zuko still hates him, but he at least has some respect for Baku, at least, the bare minimum. As Venom would just say, "We did a good job, kid. We did a good job." So I'm going to leave it off here. I hope you subscribe to Astra Clan. This is a pretty cool YouTube channel. It's pretty awesome to work with them. You know what I mean? And this is Chucky. And join my Discord. Join their Discord, Astra Clan. You know what I mean? And goodbye.